So, on our way back from Groningen from the Odyssey Hackathon, I'm talking to Dre Kampfraath, and he was the track leader of inclusive banking. Okay, Dre, what did you think of the hackathon this year?
Yeah, well, it was again a huge event. They really did a great way in the organization, in the way they put it up to the show element combined with a real good atmosphere of concentration and working ethics and intense joy. Well, yes, the atmosphere was great again. Yes.
It's amazing event, and they do a good job combining technology, innovation, inspiration, and also putting people to work. And they spend more time on finding the winners and making them more successful. So, inclusive banking, that's your track. Which organization are you with?
I'm from the foundation OCF 2.0, Our Common Future 2.0.
Our Common Future 2.0. That is wonderful that exists.
Yes.
What kind of organization is that?
It's an organization. Well, it refers to the famous report of the United Nations in 1958, 85, as an answer to the report of the Club of Rome. And it the first time showed the way through solar energy, wind energy, that there was a way out.
A sustainable future. And you've built the OCF on there, okay? Yes, and that was the track. There was the track leader. That was the track leader. And what was the challenge to the teams?
The challenge to the team was how to release all the assets that people have, but don't bring in the time, the mobility if the car stands still, the energy that came from the roof, all those things that are idle capacity that could be brought in the society which would help to get more recyclable, circular economy, but also more inclusive, especially for people with less money who are sometimes feel excluded from the monetized world, would be brought back in through this system.
Okay, so it's an Airbnb and it's an Uber, but then without the central organization and more inclusive to basically share it with everybody.
Yes, exactly, and to keep the monetization out of it. And for example, if I have a neighbor and she wants me, I'm a lawyer from Origin, and if she asks, can you have a look at my rent contract, and I'll take an hour to go through it, and then I'll ask her, can you iron for an hour some of my shirts?
And take care of your kid, yes, or if you would be in that phase.
You're not telling, because well, I'm cost 175 euros and you 35, so you can take a whole afternoon. No, we just exchange hours, and because that's part of what we see, that once you are in this kind of environment, people can well.
Okay, very clear challenge. Beautiful Uber and Airbnb and everything else without the organizations around it. So you had 5 teams working for you. What did you think of the winner, or the winners, the number 1 and 2?
1 and 2. Well, a team from LeasePlan was our number 2, and they did a very interesting job in making a tool, a physical tool to exchange, to make the exchange finest, and that is very handsome, very smart, and it also, if you give someone something in his hand, he's more aware of the possibilities and that it's really there. So that was really great. But Social Tech, the winner, they had thought about the whole platform, all the elements, smart thing about how to exchange value. For example, exchanging a car is well, that if someone lending your car, that's more difficult, more value. So they make layers, and in the layers you can exchange, and that's also the way you build up trust. You start in layer 1, small things, our helping, our painting, our gardening, and then if you build up enough trust, you can go to the second layer with more valuable exchanges, and so on. And one of the very smart.
They really thought it through. So one of the interesting things, you had a nice winner who basically thought all inclusive. Then this year there was a 4th day.
Yes.
That after you spent the whole day with the winner.
Yeah, the Ignite. What they learned from the past things were that everybody is very enthusiastic during the hackathon, and at the end winning, great, and then everybody's tired and going home, and it takes time before they come back to each other, and then much of the energy is away. And now they thought, no, we try to get them another day extra, but to make plans for the future with the stakeholders.
The 100 days.
Yes, the upwards to the 100 days, but starting with day one, being concrete, talking with stakeholders. What do you want to invest in it? Who you like to take extra with it? Where you see extra possibilities? And also make an appointment for 2-3 weeks later, sit together again to see where are we standing, what are we going to do.
Cool. Hey, so we'll see what you get out of it. How did you fund this project, this society, this non-profit organization?
Yes, we of course are a foundation that's supporting Jan Jonker from the Radboud University, professor in circularity economy, to do this kind of things, and we were supported by our own foundation. We put some money in it. The Radboud University also supported us, but also the Provincie Gelderland, which we were very happy with. Triodos Bank, always a great partner for us, and TNO, which is in this kind a very interesting extra partner.
Okay. So, what do you want out of it in a year's time?
Well, we plan to have a first pilot in January to see if you implant it in a part of the city, what are the effects. And we start with a pilot in January, is planning with 5 cities, 2 in Belgium and 3 in the Netherlands.
Wow, how concrete.
Yes, it's all very concrete, because this is the outcome of 4 years of study and research. And so there was a lot of thinking going ahead, and so we were really determined to make the next step and test our ideas. And so the program, the ambition even further, because if the first pilot is done, 3 months, then we take a moment to really evaluate it, and then we plan to do it in 10 European cities. So, well,
Uber and Airbnb, watch! There's coming a non-profit alternative, and it was accelerated in this hackathon. Thank you very much, Dre.
thank you.
Stop. And it was on the